Guys and dolls, Freedom Dad here, and we're at the chimney corner, which is this building here, and we've got numbers out. We're not going to put people on camera. We're going to come down a wee bit and maybe stick the camera up there. But this is what's going on. This is Epping. This is Epping. This is what's going on. This is the support to England and Ireland that we are now going to start coming out outside hotels in more numbers than you've ever seen before, and it is to support everybody that's coming out out to support, out to protest outside the hotels to stop the mass immigration that's going on in every part of England, every part of Dublin, Ireland, Southern Ireland, every part is being affected. And we're here to say it's not coming to Northern Ireland. We are going to stop it before it even starts. And we know they've got this here. We've got one in Bangor, and we know that they've moved the ones from Ballymena. They've moved in to Sligo. Now, that's got nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? We got no control over us. I don't know how that works, how they're able to move people from Ulster to Ireland. So that means they must be able to move people from Ireland to Ulster. So that's something that we're going to look into, because this movement of undocumented men coming from all over the place, most of them are coming from Muslim countries, and we all know what's going on. We all know what's going on in Syria right now. How many people has been beheaded, how many people were massacred in the church, in the hospital. And this isn't just about Islam against Christians. This is Islam against anybody that isn't them. And that's a problem. And that's the people that are coming to our country. So, you know, they don't leave their ideologies in Iraq and Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and all these other countries. They don't leave their ideologies there. They bring their ideologies here, and they expect us to change our ideologies. They expect us to change and not celebrate Christmas, not celebrate like Easter, you know, and no walk dogs, and our animals to be slaughtered in a way that we're not used to, you know what I mean? And when the animal rights people aren't standing up, then we are going to stand up, and that's why these people are here. So we're going to let them know we're going to spin around live. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to be live here. The cutscenes. We don't want to be on hide behind the scenes signs, but you should don't be dark. You should be proud to be out here. You should be proud to be out here. Okay, spin it round. Spin it round. So there you go. Get a wee look at them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anybody want to say a few words while you're here?
Tell them about stuff fell on the grass.
Give me a wee minute. I will get it stopped. I've got points in now. Stop on the
Ferry.
traffic. But it'll take a minute. It'll take a minute to clear this. Obviously, just what because I got trapped in between you, folks. You do need to understand now. Taking the road here like this, you are committing an offence. Well, you could argue that. No, listen, I don't want to get in an argument with you. No, but if you decide, if anything were to happen, you were to say that was your defence.
No, that's your
If you all want to shout at me,
the defence is this: Article 130 Road Traffic Act says that's a division between two
that's fine,
lanes,
sir. That's
which
fine.
car drivers cannot enter unless it's safe to do so.
See if 10 people shout at me, I can't talk to you now. I want to talk to you.
That's what it is. The car drivers aren't allowed to be in it unless it's safe to do so.
I want to facilitate a peaceful protest, but see if a whole lot of people shout at me, I genuinely can't do it. I think anybody who's talking to, I've tried to be really honest, I've tried to be really mutually respectful, but I can't talk if a whole lot of people shout at me at once. If that's what your opinion is, sir, that's fine. You can say that's not your opinion, that's fact. That's fine. I have to give you that warning, okay?
What's your name, sir?
Stevie Weatherall, my name. See if you give me 2 minutes, I'll get this traffic cleared, and then I've got the traffic stopped either side of you as well, and there'll be no traffic coming along. So hopefully it keeps everybody safe here.
Our object isn't to block the
No, I know it's not. I know it's not.
carriageway.
Okay, sir. But can you help me get the traffic cleared? Just and then.
So are you going to block the carriageways up your side?
I'm going to stop the traffic either side, so it's safe for you here.
Okay, so
But I just need a wee bit of help. See, like these ones that are trapped. Well, hopefully. So, that should be okay. See if you can give me.
all right, mate, how you doing? Good to see you, son. Hiya. So
You're saying, man, I have 2 videos off him a couple of weeks ago.
so
My granddaughter.
come here.
My
So,
granddaughter.
first of
I have
all,
2 videos off him.
right.
Same month.
Right, hold on, right. So tell me, so what's happened?
He was lying on the grass in Ballyduff, and he called my granddaughter over. She's only 6.
Who did?
That farm. You're the same man.
Yep. Right,
And,
so a foreigner.
ask your question.
So what you got to understand, right? So we all know what's going on, but the people online There's people from all over England, Ireland, and the rest of the world that don't know what's going on. So you got to explain it to them. So tell me exactly what happened.
He was laying on the grass all night,
Who was a foreigner
a foreigner from Chimney
from
Corner,
Chimney Corner? Yeah.
and he called my granddaughter and a wee friend over, asking them their age and that. And she got scared and run for her mum. And her mum came over and asked him what he was doing. And he just says he'd been working for 20 minutes in the estate. And that's, but he hadn't been laying there all night because he had a carry out and a blanket and all with him.
But you find this is the common theme through Belfast and some areas now
Yes.
with men like this?
Yes, everywhere.
You know,
Everywhere.
and you also know this has been going on in England for the last 15 years. What do you think the government's up to right now?
Oh, I don't know what they're up to.
Because we're not stupid. We all know we know what's going on. So why aren't the government stopping it and protecting us?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. She just ship them all back to their own country.
Yeah, you know,
There's too many stabbings and rapes of kids going on in this country with them.
can you see things getting worse?
Candid, candid.
Listen, thank you. You're so brave. Give me a cuddle. You know, it's now there's not many people will talk online, and you're so brave. Thank you so much. So you know, this is why we do this. So to bring people who will come up and tell you what's going on, because it's no good me keep going on about it, because you know I'm far right and racist. Remember, but you know these are concerned parents. These are fathers, mothers, grandfathers, grannies, aunties, and uncles. They're not far right. They're not racist. They see what's going on all around the world, all around England, and all around Scotland and Ireland. And yeah, it's a problem. We're trying to address that problem. These guys here are trying to address that problem. So that's the police giving warnings out. You know what I mean? It's so there's going to be no arrest. They're not going to be doing anything, you know, unless they're wanting trouble. Unless the idea is to get everybody out on the streets. You know, the problem we've got right now, well, you know, it's not me, I suppose. The problem that the government have right now is there's not enough police for enough protests. And it's as simple as that. When Ballymena kicked off, they had to bring police from fucking Scotland and England. You know, and now they're saying if it kicks off in England, they don't have enough police over there. They've always relied on the fact that it would only be trouble in one place or this place or that place. So then they would move the police about. They don't have that. They can't do that anymore. And if anything was to happen to these residents here that are out here peacefully and these headers tried to start anything, the whole of Northern Ireland would go up. There would be protests all over Northern Ireland and there would be all sorts of trouble. And this is just the common senses of Northern Ireland. This is how it works. That is the way it works. And one community gets attacked, every community comes out to support. You know, just like you seen with the Ravenhill bonfire, when they were threatening to take the Ravenhill bonfire down, every part of Northern Ireland, Belfast, every bonfire came down to South Belfast to support them boys. And the government and Sinn Féin were left with, oh, what do we do now? Well, how do we get near the bonfire? How are we going to send the council in to take that bonfire down? Impossible. It's not going to happen. And that's because we've got community over here like no other. Honestly, guys, we have got community over here like no other. And a lot of people were going about power multis and all the rest of it. It's not about that. It's got nothing. This has got nothing to do with power multis. I give you my word, you know. This is just parents. There's Protestants and Catholics here. I know that. I've met them. I've given a few of them a hug, you know. And, you know, it's remarkable. It is absolutely remarkable. And it's amazing at the same time. You know what I mean? Because, do you know what's so amazing? Because the government now realise that Northern Ireland isn't messing about. They relied on the fact that us Protestant Catholics were going to be nipping at each other for the rest of our days. You know what I mean? Yes, we've got a few problems in the south with a few hardliners, you know what I mean? And, you know, like Michelle is like took a lot of flack and backed off a wee bit, which I totally understand. But as I say, we're always here for conversation. We're always here to talk. We're always here as friends. And we're always here to give advice and help in any way we can to the south of Ireland, you know. And, you know, that's the changes in Northern Ireland today. Huge, big changes, guys, you know. So I'll let you just soak in the atmosphere. So I've just been pointed out to me. Okay. All right, mate. How you doing, son? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So listen, I just want to point this out. One of the guys that pointed this out. This is what we've got right across the road. Now I don't know if this place is still active or what's going on. You know what I mean? You know, this is a kids' play thingy. That's the hotel. You know. I mean, there's a fucking play park and everything in there. Is this for real? There's toys out there. Look, this place is being used. This is not right. This is not right, guys. Tell me in the comments if you think at any level that that is right, being right there with Emmons. Come on. That's just a recipe for disaster. Two, we're all skint. There's nothing they can take off us. You know what I mean? So, and this is what I say about the politicians. We can't have politicians that are millionaires. They will be compromised. We need men, working class men from each area that can speak and stand up for what he believes in. We need parents, men with children, women with children to come up because they're the ones that will never let any of us down. Okay? So, guys, please hit the share button. Do what you can to get the word out. Freedom Dad, we will be coming live again tomorrow night. There will be loads of lives coming up, more demos. We're going to be going hard now. The 11th and 12th is over. Things are going to be changing, and I want you to be part of the journey of Freedom Dad and Northern Ireland, Belfast, and the Patriots and the concerned parents that are out here today. Join our journey because it's going to be quite a trip. Please believe me.
In our Christian society, our government has given £94.5 million to Syria. Why? To a jihadist leader who has helped topple President Assad. This same person has links to ISIS and Al Qaeda, who, as we speak at the minute, is rounding up Christians in Syria and murdering them all. That money should be spent on our citizens. We are now coming to a point where it's the other way around, where we have to adapt to their life. Sharia laws, Sharia courts, and England must be stopped by our government and not be allowed to operate. It is estimated there's approximately 85 Sharia courts operating across Britain. If you wish to come here for a better life, then you abide by our laws. This should never have been allowed, and the court should be shut down, and no Sharia court or Sharia law operating in our country. You just need to look at Sweden, one of the safest countries in the world. Now look at the state it's in. Iran, before 1979, the Iranian Revolution was exactly like our country. Now look at the state of Iran. Afghanistan, the British, the Americans, the Germans, the Italians, all European nations under NATO spent 20 years to give them a better life. They pulled out and the Taliban took over. And look at the state of Afghanistan. Kids aren't allowed to go to school. Girl kids. Women's not allowed to work. This is not the life that we want, and it's not the freedoms that we want. We want the freedoms we have today. Open borders has been disastrous for the whole of the UK and Europe. We, the people, are now making up to the lies the mainstream media has been pushing. Time to empty the hotels. Deport every single one of them. No spare doctors, no spare dentists. We have no money to fund them. They entered the country illegally and should never have been given any benefits. All this has to stop now. The first job of any government is to look after its own citizens, and they're failing every single one of us. Michelle O'Neill, the First Minister of this country, said there was no alternative to Republican violence. That is a wrong message to send, because then that makes it right for violence. Violence should never be allowed. Claire Hanna, during the Brexit negotiations, said that as a bare minimum, there should be civil disobedience on our streets. Two leaders of this country, and they're sending the wrong message. Sinn Féin, SDLP, and Alliance are all calling us far right, thugs, racist. Right so far! Yeah. We are right so far. They're blaming loyalists for what's happening. In Northern Ireland, they're using the sectarian divide. But yet, folks, in the Republic of Ireland, it's Catholics that's doing the operation. They've now formed The Irish Citizen Army.
Yes, well done.
There's no logic in what they're saying. They cannot blame loyalists. They cannot blame Protestants. This is a problem for every single citizen of this country. It's not about the divisions of our past. It's about protecting the children and grandchildren of our future.
Here, here.
I've heard the argument. If the government don't put them out, then the people will. Any government building that facilitates illegal immigrants should be attacked. Don't fall into the trap, folks. This is what they want you to do. The British government has done a deal with France where it's one in and one out. But even this number has a limit every month. When they get to France, they'll just come back again. We here tonight say, get them all out and none in. Please, everyone, all protests, keep them peaceful. No violence, or we'll start to lose the argument. Mass peaceful protest is the best way forward, even if it means collapsing the government by bringing the country to a standstill peacefully. Then so be it. Thank you, everyone.
All right, guys. So this is the chimney corner, and you heard the speakers. And you know, it is a predicament that we're in. You know, nobody can hide it. It's not misinformation. It's all facts. We have a problem in Northern Ireland, and we need our police force to be ready. They need to be on our side and nobody else's side. We need the politicians in Northern Ireland to be on our side and nobody else's side. You know, the people in Northern Ireland are not standing for these hotels. These men need to be removed. They need to be taken out of Northern Ireland, and no more men need to come here. Because if anything bad happens, then these policemen are going to be under so much pressure. Because if one thing happens in Ballymena again, or Belfast, Lurgan, Portadown, Larne, Carrick, anywhere in Northern Ireland, these men are going to be under so much pressure because they do not know what's coming. We on the streets know what's coming, and it's not pretty. Okay, it is not pretty. And I'm reporting to you of what I'm hearing on the streets. The Green Deal Nursery. It's the Green Deal Nursery. That is a nursery school, guys. That is a hotel that's got hundreds of men in it, fighting AIDS men. That is a nursery, okay? There's other things that we're going to bring that we found out tonight, but, you know, to be honest with you, so, you know, 2 seconds. Is that your drone?
I'm aware of what I hit.
Yeah, man, happy days.
Just a couple late, but
Yeah.
stupidly.
Yeah, do you hear that? You know what I mean? Do you want to teach? I've got the Mini 3. My good friend Roddy, I love you so much, Roddy. Donated it to me.
Was that the one you sent me?
Yeah, the Mini 3. Is that a good one? It's got cameras all over it.
I make sure you get it registered.
Right.
£12 gets it registered.
Right.
That keeps you right. Freedom
Right.
God, folks, I say,
Hey, how you doing, guys?
He does a lot of great work.
Yeah.
So journalist,
Yes, Mama Citizen Journalist. We're bringing the news that the MSM aren't bringing you.
but definitely mate, get it registered. It's only £12.
All right,
Keeps you right.
thanks, mate.
These crowns here, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm here, I'm going to see you.
All right, man. Thanks for coming again. Listen, thank you so much, and please appear everywhere. That's what we do everywhere. We got to be everywhere. You know what I mean?
Was up close to your neck of the woods last night. I was staying in the guy's house in Nards last night.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man! You should have popped down for a cuppa. You know what I mean? Jeez, oh man. Yeah, definitely. Right, take care. Yep, thanks, mate. Thanks, CJ Audits, guys. Yeah, peace be with you. Well, listen, guys, going to wrap it up. Need to catch up with a couple of guys, and just want to say thank you to the girls. Thank you so much, girls. They don't want on camera. They don't want on camera. Thank you all so much. You want to see? Go on. A season banger. Friday night, tomorrow night, right? Right, buddy. See you later. Right. So we're going to have to wrap it up. That's everybody away. And listen, thank you so much for coming on to my live. I might get a wee chat with you later. If I can get, I might try and convince Freddie to come back with us, and we'll get a wee laugh when we get home. Okay, guys. So get ready for another live, and we'll get a wee recap of what's going on. I hope you enjoy the live. Remember, go buy me a coffee. Helps everything, guys. I don't make any money anywhere else, and no, this is the only income I have is buying me a coffee. Believe it or not. And listen, all my love, and as always, God bless.